Hello, everybody. This is James from Prague, and welcome to August. I think it's the 9th. Yes, it's August the 9th, 2021. And hope you're having a great time in this merry-go-round of crazy that's going on right now with the world. It feels like a Twilight Zone episode, doesn't it? So, oh, wow. People already signed up here. Very good. Okay. Okay. I see Tracy Westwood. Hello, everybody. Sign in and yep, I'll look at. Oh, this might be from before. Okay. Danielle, hello. There we go. Ruby, Christian, hello, hello. Any of you were there last night? We did readings with Janet Havoc at Journey Within. We had a wonderful time last night. Lots of great information, evidential information with the messages that came through. As mediumship to me is the most incredible experience. Bringing healing, immediate healing, really, to people that are receiving the message and those in the spirit world. So I don't know if any of you joined us, but it was a great experience with you. Hello, Crystal. Hello, Stephen Palmer. Hello, Cameron. Liz Gear. Yes, at this time, expect the unexpected. I guess is the best thing to say because someone described this morning to me as they feel like they're in a warped world. I said, yeah, that's a good way of describing a warped world. And things are so out of sync with all this COVID stuff and all the different natural disasters and everything going on and people and strangeness and odd things. And one thing I will say, think before you act. So that's very important that you take hold of what's going on in the world and going on in your life. And before you have an impulse to do something, think about it and really think about it before you do it. It's very important. I can't tell you how many erroneous emails I received last week from people who sent me an email and didn't know what they were saying. And I read it and I pointed out, and two people said, "Oh, I didn't realize I sent that. That you're right." That I said, yeah, you gotta think before you act. So that's a good one for today. Thank you for reminding. You're very welcome. Thank you, everybody. Hi, Lissus from Australia. Hello, Arlene from Texas. Anybody new? Imelda from Ireland. How are you, darling? Good to see you. Come on down. Wait, first time, welcome. If you're here for the first time, a lot of people have been signing up for my YouTube channel. They've seen me on YouTube and they never really knew they existed until then. So thank you, all you newbies, for being here. There's YouTube there. Oh, there it is. Renee, my friend Renee has put this up. YouTube.com, uservanprog.com. That's me. That's my channel. And on there, you'll find many of my episodes of the Beyond Show that I used to have. And you'll find some interviews with me. You'll find all these past SoulCAREs, and also Both Sides Now and Beyond that I do with Kelly White, which is a show I do every Monday, which I'll be doing this afternoon also. So that'll be on. And tonight we're going to Kelly White and I are going to be doing readings. So if you want to experience some readings tonight, please feel free to join us. Both Sides Now and Beyond. And it's right here on my YouTube channel or Facebook page. So, and please join my email list also if you could. I want a couple of things going on today. I want to also make sure that I tell you. This weekend we had what's called a Lionsgate. Yesterday, Sunday, the 8th of August. Very, very important time. And really what it is Lionsgate. It's a really interesting time of the year. It happens every August the 8th. And it's a certain alignment that we have in this space, in the spatial areas around our Earth. And I took notes on it, so I'm going to read it up to you here. It's referred to as the 8-8, because it's August the 8th, right, in spiritualist jargon. And the 8 has always been my fun number. I've always loved 8 and 9s. 9's the endings, and 8 really is a number about abundance and association with 8s is a positive attitude, energy. It's a really positive force of energy, 8. And then you add to that the Leo influence, which is the lot of sun energy, ruled by the sun. So a lot of that light energy and enthusiasm and good-heartedness, if you will. That's Leo the lion. So we have that going on right now. It's the Leo time we're living in. And the 8th is a lot of abundance. So the 8th of August is known as the Lion's Gate portal. So it's an opening. Portals are doorways or openings. And it's a great time we also talk about manifestation and what you want in your life, and thoughts are things. So if you can create with your thoughts, it can become a reality. So August the 8th is a time in the universe where these alignments are so strong that the abundance, the thoughts you have, can manifest even faster for materialization of what you want. Um, it is a year to uh, be empowered. August the 8th is a good time to assess your life and then really empower yourself for the things that you want to experience in your life, whether that's a relationship, whether that's physical, material things like a house or a job, or things that are different in your life, or your own spiritual involvement, if you will. So it's a good time to activate, if you will, the empowerment, which is what it is. And at the end of the session today, I'm going to do a little visualization for you all to take place, to take part in, and to help that move along during this time of, it's called the Lionsgate Portal. The Lionsgate Portal also is between July 26th and August 12th, but it does peak on August the 8th, which was yesterday. So it's still there. And it's also known as the Galactic New Year, which I didn't know that until I was looking this up. Galactic New Year. So I would like all of you to get a piece of paper and a pen so we can take some notes down of things to talk about that might help you. And it's very interesting, this Lionsgate Portal. I did something for it last year, and it was a manifestation again. And I know in my own personal experience in my life, last August, a year ago, I was asking for certain things to happen and visualizing it and putting the energy behind it. And I have 4 planets in Leo, so I think maybe that energy will help also. But things have certainly materialized from what I thought last year to now. One thing has not yet, which maybe it takes a bit longer, but that's kind of a global level. But other things I have completely worked out as I really materialized and visualized it last year. So and during this time of Lionsgate, I'm going to say the best way to experience that. So here it is. To make the most of the opportunity, manifesting abundance, making your dreams come true. And that's really what it's about. And here's the number one methods that I want to share with you. It's an important time, like the assessment I was talking about, to don't rush into things. Stop, assess what's going on in your life, and make up your mind, make choices. So make time for assessment, make time for more meditation or yoga to relax the mind, to think clearly. Okay, especially in times of craziness, which we're living in right now. You're going to calm down the mind, calm it down, relax, and see clearly. So good time for meditation, for yoga. I am riding my bicycle more often. I am meditating more. I am literally stopping in my path. I'm taking like 2 steps. I'll stop. What's going on around me? I'm doing that naturally now because of this time. It's important. It's important to be more mindful. So when you clear your mind, allow, if you will, for this time also to receive. So to receive ideas and inspiration. You're opening up this channel, this portal. So you're just acknowledging that portal, that doorway is opening up. And you can send things out, but you can also receive. So you can receive more inspirational ideas, messages to help with knowing who you are, what your path is, what your soul path is all about. Very, very important. I wrote this down here. In order for you to receive messages to make transformation, you have to know what you feel is right for you. So what does feel right for you as far as what you want in your life? What's the feeling within yourself? Don't just want something because you think that's going to bring you happiness. Know within yourself what you feel you'd like to manifest. That's really important, okay? To make the most of this and is really about self-acceptance. So it's also a good time as this portal is open. What's blocking you from receiving? What's blocking you from loving yourself more and accepting yourself more? Just other people's energy around you that defines who you are. So we have to look at that clearly, right? So now's a good time to see what holds you back or blocks you. It's also a good time to write this on a piece of paper to set your intentions. What are your intentions? Reflect on like a dream scenario of the person you'd like to become today to help you, to help others. That dream person. What qualities does that person have? Good thing to write down, to acknowledge, to be aware of. It's also a good time to do journaling. So start writing things down. And I know for me, writing, as soon as I start the keyboard, touch the keyboard, I receive information. Now, I'm not talking necessarily, mediumistically, because mediumship, inspiration. But when I start journaling, I'm taken in space and I'm receiving a lot of inspiration. So journaling is a great time to assess your true self, what's going on in your life, what would you like in your life. Also, it's important to write down this. What makes you very important? What makes you feel more powerful and confident in your life? What is it that makes you feel that way? So write that down, because I think it's very important to first realize it, to become aware of it. That's the most important thing. So what aspects of yourself make you feel more powerful, more confident in life? What activates you to makes you feel that you're on your true path, right? Um, an assessment of your life right now is a good time. Where do you feel frustrated? What areas of your life do you feel frustrated in? Do you feel like you're limited? Do you feel like you're holding back? That you're not feel like you're really being a part of it? You're just calling things in. And one more thing I want to talk about, which is really important, is letting go of old habits that limit you. Don't let old habits limit you. It's very important that we open ourselves up to all different ideas and all different scenarios, not just the certain way of being, if you will. Remember that every day we change in many, many different ways. So if we just step back and look and see what is holding us back from our true selves, what's holding us back, what we call life. Last part, what distractions are you entertaining and why? I think that right now, as we're living, there are many people that live in distraction world, distraction land. Because if you're in distraction, you don't deal with the truth. You have to be responsible because you're distracted. You're not seeing the truth for who you are or for other people. If I have these distractions taking me away, I think a major distraction is this thing, this phone, right? And I think social media, even though we're using it here for good things, it can also be used to distract us. So be careful of how much time you spend on the phone or how much time on computers. I find that as I maybe get older, I put my phone somewhere and I don't even know where it is. And so when I try calling, it's like, yeah, I don't check my phone as that often because I don't want to be distracted. So those are things for you to look at when doing the becoming aware at this particular time of the Lionsgate portal. Okay, there we go. Any questions so far about that? Nancy Angel Wolf, okay. Mary Kennedy, you're from Newfoundland, Canada. Yeah, very good, very good. I was in Newfoundland, thank you. I have a painting in my dining room that the people over in Newfoundland gave me of your houses that are built there, that with the curves because of the water and the air, and it's just lovely. They gave me that when I went to visit there as a thank you. Joanne Zito, I can never quiet my mind long enough to relax and meditate. I have had 3 close deaths in my life family. Renee, you want to put this up there? That's Joanne Zita. Joanne Zita Jalowski, she says. There we go. Okay. I've had 3 close deaths in my family in the last 9 years. My husband, my sister, my son, each one hard to accept. I can get my husband now, but my son is maybe too current. But you're right, we can get messages and dreams, but the human touch is our most lost. Well, Joanne, it's a great time for you right now to reassess your life. So I just want to go, another way to do is go back to your childhood and see what were you like as a little girl, that happy time, or maybe there was a happy, lovely time, and start with that energy and try to bring forward that innocence, that love, that joy, that curiosity. Very important. What you can do is the journaling, as I mentioned before, is to start writing things down. Why do you think certain things have experienced these things in your life? These are obviously lessons that you're learning, as we're all learning these different lessons. So what are you learning from these lessons of these losses? Try to look at that. It's not a punishment, but there's definitely lessons that you're learning. Every day we're learning. Darlin Dar. James, what does it mean if you see a soul leave the body? I will not ask again. What does it mean if you see a soul leave the body? I would think that you're seeing them pass away. The soul exit the body. I think that's what you're talking about. But remember, this is very important that your soul leaves the body a lot. At the end of your lifetime, when you take your final breath, the soul will leave the body, and that we call that death. But remember that every day, in many different times, we tend to leave the body, go out of the body, if you will, several times a day without knowing it, without being aware of it, because it's so natural. So let's say you're driving your car and all of a sudden you pass your exit. Like, where was I? Where was my mind? You've left the body. So it's an awareness, if you will, when you leave the body. I think without talking to you more, I think that's what you're talking about. Okay. Anna Mercy, hey James, I'm getting images and symbols of my through my third eye, but don't know what it means or what to do. Okay, Anna, I'll tell you in just a second what I can help you with that. I love Virginia. Very good. Great. Try to get through all the different things that are Tracy. Okay. Laura, I have been really dizzy the last few days, keeping me down in the bed for the most part. Could have something to do with this galactic new year. Could be energetic. Sure, it could, Laura. It could be energetic for sure. So at this time, use more grounding. More grounding. Connect to Mother Earth. Well, imagine a big rock, if you will, down the center of the earth, and tie your feet down to that rock and the base of your spine. So there are three grounding cords, and tie them up to that grounding rock. And if you will, imagine then that bringing up earth energy to your feet and to your legs, to your body, that you feel very grounded, very much settled in your being. Very, very important. Okay. Try that out. That'll work. Teresa G, I find meditation so difficult. Well, every window on my computer is open and I can't shut it off. I worry all the time. Why do you feel you have to do that, Teresa? Why would you feel that you have to have every window on my computer open? I can't shut it off. Don't need to overactivate, overstimulate. Don't need it. One thing at a time. Remember that everything is natural. So every remedy we have is natural. So in this case, what do we look at? The breath. There's a natural rhythm to the breath. So in meditation, meditation is a thing that a lot of people think meditation is this thing. I got to breathe. I got to visualize. I say just be. Just be. So what stops you from just being in the quiet, right? So and I don't know what you're worrying all the time about. Worry is a wasted emotion. So there might be some unresolved issues from childhood, relationships, family. What's really going on with you? Why won't you give yourself enough time to quiet the mind? Right. So in just a few moments, I'll do a little meditation for you to bring you into all of you, to bring you into it, and see if that might help you. Okay. Nancy Connolly, I have a problem with how people judge me about my past mistakes. Nancy, the problem is that you give your power away, right? So remember that very important, Nancy, what other people think of you is none of your business. No, people don't give away that power. You'll never get the love from people that you feel you deserve. They can't love you more than you love yourself. You got to love yourself more than anybody else could. So don't get into that mistake. A lot of us do, that we care what other people think. Why? What's that? What is that serving? You're a perfect being as you are. So I think the lifetime should be used to work on ourselves and having that relationship with ourselves and loving ourselves more and understanding ourselves more, not giving away that love or that power to somebody else. It's not going to help us. It only makes us deeper in the hole. You want to be outside that hole. You want to be outside and enjoying yourself, not deep down in a dark hole. Won't you get any good? So what other people think of you is none of your business. Okay. And again, I'd go deep with you. Like, why do you look for other people's perfection? Why do you look for people to think about you? Why do you need that approval? Okay. Joanne Wilson, how much detail do I write down my intentions? Joanne, it's really important that you write every detail you can. So, for instance, let's say a friend of mine did this many years ago. She wanted a Mercedes Benz, and she visualized it, and she wrote down what she wanted, and she wanted a brown Mercedes with a tan interior, and she wrote down the exact song that was playing on the radio. She visualized and wrote down the time it was on the clock in the car. It was 12:15 in the afternoon, and she drove down a certain street. She wrote down the street, and so she wrote down the type of clothing. She did everything right, except that 5 years later, she was driving down Wilshire Boulevard at 12:15. The exact song was playing on the radio. It's the exact outfit that she wanted, that she was visualizing and asked for. Everything was there except the Mercedes Benz that she was driving belonged to her employer and not herself. She did not put that into the equation, that I own this car. So she missed out on that. So that's how shows you how much detail that we need to really be into that. Okay. So fully be involved and living it. T Wildlife, regarding the soul leaving the body during the day. I have ADHD. I understand that. Is there a connection with leaving the body and ADHD? It is so easy to become distracted. ADHD people, of which I am one, don't like to leave, don't like to be in one place, right? We like to be out there and doing things and always being busy. We like start one thing and there are 10 other things going on at the same time, like our friend with they open the windows. So my ADHD has really helped me. I've turned it around. And what I do is I make lists of things. I'll make lists of things to do. And I do one thing at a time and scratch it off. That really helps. Grounding really helps. My mediumship has been the number one cure for my ADHD because through mediumship, I've learned to stop and quiet the mind and really begin to go within through the breath, through inner reflection, if you will. So mediumship has taken me to that inner journey. And that's really been helpful because I learned about grounding. I learned about perspective. I learned about objectivity. I learned, as I was just speaking about, not giving away my power to other people. I had a new sense of who I am. So that's really has helped me, the mediumship. Okay. Tara Candia. Hi, James. I'm working on trying to get my spiritual gifts back, Claire's, and started meditating more. Is there anything else you can recommend? Yes, I can, Tara, and perfect timing because I wanted to mention this today. So thank you, universe. How perfect is this timing here? Wow. Um, this is so weird. It's blowing me away. So today, besides the Lionsgate portal I want to talk to you about, I'm also wanted you to know that this is so weird. My next level, Mediumship 2, Level 2 certification course is starting in a few weeks. And I wanted to mention that because a lot of people, maybe it's one of you, sweetheart, you were writing this, want to know about Mediumship 2 and when it starts and what it's about. So I talked about it last week and a lot of response from people that want to know more about it. So I want to Level 2, Mediumship 2, the certification start. It's really important. Wow. So I'm still blown away. So I thought because we had a lot of people last week who were interested in it, I thought we'll give a special bonus to people. The first 50 people that sign up for the certification 2, Mediumship 2, I'm going to do a special evening of spirit for on September 1st. So the first 50 people to sign up will be invited to an exclusive VIP online experience reading event on September 1st. So that's the first 50 people that sign up. So I'm going to do that. It's a bonus. I'm going to talk about this later. So perfect timing. Now, if you've already signed up, you're already on the list and you'll receive an invitation. So do not worry about that. So if you already signed up for 2, you'll get in. No problem. But so weird. So Mediumship 2, for those who don't know, it is about confidence, getting confidence in your clairs, clairsentience, clairvoyance, claircognizance, clairaudience, how to use those clairs. I do 6 group calls also with you, live calls, and we discuss everything on mediumship, on your progress, and so forth. I also have 6 on-demand training modules with over 50 videos, and it's a lifetime access. And I sat for 3 years doing this. I sat and did all of these videos with a production crew for 3 years. So I had this. So that's you get that. In-person mediumship workshop and graduation here in San Diego. So I do a physical workshop with you. I also Mediumship 2 students, I put them in development circles with other people who are in the class where you develop your sensitivity, you develop your mediumship skills and so forth. So that's opened up the door to some incredible mediums that we have now. Really, really incredible. I asked them what was the best part of Mediumship 2, and they say the development circles, which it is because you're working with other people too. It's not just about yourself. And also there's an entry into, I have a private Facebook community with other like-minded mediums. So we do that. And it's a really great thing. I want to mention also, as a community, as a like-minded community, that people talk the same talk, that people want to develop their spiritual ability, their gifts, their insights, their intuitive self, their mediumship self. So perfect. So JP's certification course. So there you go. That's so funny. There's a link right there. jpschoolofmysticalarts.com. Right there. The first 50 people, you're welcome to the readings. So interesting. I love how the universe works because you just got to show up. You got to show up and you take responsibility, and the spirit world always takes care of us. But I think the first thing is we got to learn to love ourselves enough to say yes, to do things, to not look outside of ourselves, but to step up and do it. So I always believe that lovely saying, the adage of, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And I think right now that proves it. We just asked about the clairs, and I was going to talk about mediumship 2. There it was. So we have to show up and take responsibility. Okay, a couple of questions, and then we'll do some Lionsgate work. Oh, that's a great question, Isabella. Is there a difference between your soul and your spirit? Yes, I believe there is, and now we interchangeably use them. So many mediums, actually, and psychic people will use spirit world or soul back and forth. But I will tell you, it's like this, if I can say this. So this is a glass, right? So the glass, think of as a soul, right? Now, if I add water, so I add water to that, the spirit is the water. So it's that effervescence. It's that life force that's embodied in the soul. The container of the spirit is the soul. Interesting, eh? So simple, but yeah, it's like, oh, of course, duh. It's so natural. So there you go. Okay. Karen Felder. Hello, James. Hello, Karen. Really like listening to you. Thank you, Karen. I wish I could hear you, but I'm imagining it. So if one is setting intentions, how often does one set intention, or do you set it once and then let it go and let the universe take care of it? Great question, Karen. So what I'm going to do with you today is I will start right now. I'm going to make sure you have your pad and your pen around you. I'm going to take you to a space, and this space is going to be for you to receive, whether that's receiving insights, assessment of yourself. I'm not gonna tell you, because I just want to bring you that space and let you, your soul, decide what you want to receive, what you want to realize, what you want to materialize. But this will be a space where you'll be free to see things, feel things, and so forth, of what you want to experience. Okay. Now, I'm going to start because a lot of people are talking about meditation. So let's do that first. So wherever you are, just close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, and I'm going to turn my camera off there. Okay. So as you close your eyes, just become aware of your body, this body sitting down in the chair. If you're sitting in a chair, or if you're lying down, become aware of the body, how it feels in the chair, how it feels on the rug and the carpet, wherever you are. And for more of a connection to that space that you're in, and anytime, we're going to use the breath. So the breath is a wonderful, natural element that we use to become more aware, if you will, of ourselves and our surroundings. So I'm going to suggest to you to use the breath, to breathe in, inhale through your nose, and you're going to exhale out of your mouth. And as you inhale, let's imagine, because today's all about imagination, that above you is this bright, bright light that it's like shining right down upon you. And there's maybe a beautiful sun, an orange yellow sun. And you're going to take into your body that loving, beautiful sunlight. With each inhalation, you're going to breathe in that beautiful golden light to open up, to activate, to bring balance to every part of the body. Every cell, every muscle, every fiber, every tissue is enlightened, is activated with this beautiful light. This light is the God force, the prana, the energy of all manifestation, empowerment. And as we exhale out of our mouths, we're going to set the intention of releasing and letting go any limitations that hold us back from manifestation, any limitations that hold us back from living true, authentic lives. That's all we're going to do. So now imagine this beautiful golden light coming in, and inhale all the way down to your feet, all the way down. Good. Holding it 2, 3, 4, and exhale out of your mouth. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Good. And again, inhale this beautiful golden light, and inhale. Enlighten every muscle, every fiber, just setting that attention. And exhale. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Good. And inhale. all the way down to the bottom of your feet. And exhale. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Good. And inhale. And exhale. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Good. And just imagine now, you're just surrendering to the breath, the natural rhythm of life. As you inhale life and inhale beautiful energy, that prana, all the way around and down. And exhale. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Good. And now just a suggestion. Imagine now that you're on a beach and you feel the water coming in with the tides coming in, flowing in, and then flowing out. You're very safe, very much feel harmonious with the sand, with the water. Your feet are in the water, coming in and going out. Becoming more of the natural rhythm as things move in and move out. Move in and move out. And in this space, this awareness, imagine all around you are beautiful, perfect angel chimes, melodic chimes. And listen to those chimes, ding, the tones, and working with those bells, the sounds. Each one is perfect for your own rhythm, for your own sense of being. For you are a perfect being just the way that you are. A perfect being. And imagine now that you're drifting off to the sky, perhaps. Perhaps drifting off to the sky. Lovely energy there. Lovely, lovely energy. Good. And as you're drifting off, you become aware as you're floating around that there seems to be mountains in front of you, green, beautiful mountains, like the sound of music, the Alps. And as you're flying over there, you become aware that you feel one with this natural surrounding, these mountains. And as you become closer to this range of mountains, they seem to form a lovely circular design. And now I want you to have that sensation that you feel you're slowly descending down into the middle of this valley of mountains. Just becoming aware of this lovely sense of these beautiful mountains and this valley as you slowly become one with this valley. And as you gently descend, perhaps there's a lovely grass area. And as your body touches down, it becomes activated all around you. Become aware, you see reflections, mirrors all around you. And each reflection is your own life, how you want to see your life. One mirror is 5 years. Another mirror might be 10 years. One might be 20 years. Go into each mirror, perhaps first the 5-year one. What do you hope? What do you desire? What do you want? What does your soul need to feel fulfilled within 5 years? Now is a time for you to manifest, to create, to have imagination over the next 5 years. What do you want to experience? And you can just have the idea now, and later we'll write it down. What do you want to experience in 5 years of Earth time? Make it about you, not about others, but about you. This is a time for your own growth, your own renewal. And now go to the next mirror, wherever that may be around you in this circle, of 10 years from now. So a little bit older, a little bit wiser. See yourself in 10 years' time. Imagine a day in the life 10 years from now, older and wiser, and fulfilled in many ways. Become aware of a glimpse of how you would like to have your life in 10 years. And now, lastly, look around another space and become aware of in 20 years, or let's just give it more than that if you want to, 25 years, whatever you want for the far future. What would you like to experience perhaps 20 years' time? Just a suggestion, but far enough away. So if you were looking back at your life, like a life review, what would you be proud of? What do you want to live out? What do you want to happen? What do you want to experience? If you can see it, you can be it. If you can feel it, you can heal it. If you love it, set it free. Divine Heavenly Parent, we ask your blessing and love on everyone here with their manifestations and dreams as we activate our desires, our goals with this lion's portal. We ask your spirit world and universe, the universal forces, take our hold of our dreams and our desires and manifest them in the perfect timing of divine time. We thank you and we bless you and we bless ourselves. We work in unison with you to make these manifestations materialize. And so it is. And slowly become aware, yet again, of your physical body, your feet, your legs, your torso, your backs, your chest, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your fingers, your neck and your head. How you feel within your heart, that little beautiful, big, lovely soul that you are. Just breathing back into the body. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And in closing, I would like for you to create your own prayer for yourself. And just say it in your head to activate the manifestation. Make sure that the word and the energy love is part of your prayer. And when you feel ready to come around and slowly open up your eyes, feel free to do that and become one with all of us. There we go. So you'll have a pad later on. We finish this. We'll just finish a few moments. You'll write down those desires, those manifestations you'd like to see materialize. You'll write them down on a piece of paper. And I would suggest to keep them in a place you'll see them every day. So maybe in a bulletin board, or maybe in the mirror in the bathroom, or a place you can see those desires with 5, 10, 20, whatever it is for you. Do that. Put them somewhere you'll see them. And again, through the rest of the day, you might want to journal some things down about yourself, assessing how you feel about yourself, What insights do you have? What inspirations? Okay. And again, for people that wonder about the Mediumship 2 certification course, Renee will put the banner up here for you to, there you go, to join us for the Mediumship 2 certification course. Really great course. And the first 50 people that sign up, of course, will get the invitation to the night of readings. And there we are. So thank you all very, very much. Hope you enjoyed as much as I did. And I look forward to seeing you again, maybe tonight or in future times. Okay. Blessings. Namaste.